trip to the paint store. Now we're done. So we're on the St. Margaret's Bay Road, heading back out to Lewis Lake. That's where we're going. Picked up 20 liters of paint. Another $250 worth of paint. So how much? Buddy's like $250. I'm like, what? Oh. Run! That's right, lady. Run across. That's it. Yeah, against the light. Yeah, who cares? Traffic signals are for the weak. You want to dodge the traffic, you have at her. Stop signs are for suckers. All right, so I got my 20 liters of paint. I am on St. Margaret's Bay Road, just kind of in the Halifax Regional Municipality. And I'm heading out to a place called Lewis Lake, where there's a community hall that's being painted. I see you there, Zero Shade. Oh, I will not be in the city today. Oh yeah, always pretty careful. Tend not to speed. I don't really care, and I tend to leave a lot of room between me and that vehicle ahead of me. Well, I'm a big fan of not touching my brakes unless I absolutely have to. So if I leave enough space between me and the guy ahead of me, when I see him tapping his brakes, all I gotta do is take my foot off the gas. Like when you're on the highway, for instance. It's funny, my eldest daughter went to write her driver's test there a couple weeks ago, and she passed. And I said, how much studying did you do? She said, I didn't really do any studying. I said, well, I don't know if that's a good thing. She says, no. Myself and my wife are always educating the kids on rules of the road and, sensible practices behind the wheel. Now, I'm not a perfect driver or anything. I'm sure I make mistakes. I'm probably on somebody's highlight reel because I wasn't going fast enough or I don't know. Who knows? However, I thought that was pretty funny that she managed to pass the test by merely listening to our instructions. I'm sure she read the book. I mean, it's funny because she bought the book and I read it. And I'm like, oh. I think we all should reread this again. Yeah, it's not good to be, don't be nervous, but be aware. Pay attention. So people are easily distracted. Yeah, they're not all out to kill you, but they will. Nothing personal. Yeah, it's pretty muggy here as well. They say it's going to rain later today. Well, they said tonight, actually. There's a church group that rents the hall on Sunday mornings, and they've collected a group of volunteers to paint the exterior of the building. So I had to pick up another 20 liters of Battleship Gray, or whatever friggin' color they're using. Yeah, last part of summer. I'm going to be ripping down my drum studio thing, I think. The classroom is rented from September until June. So, and I'm not leaving my equipment up there, obviously. No, I don't do painting, man. I don't know. It's just not something that I really want to do. I've done it. I'm the gopher. Hey, you need more paint? All right, that's a 35-minute trip. All right, you need coffee? Yeah, all right. Here's a sound system for the exterior of the building so you can paint and listen to music. They showed up and I had a small sound system, like a couple wireless PA speakers, because I also DJ occasionally. And they're like, oh, we brought a little speaker. And I said, check this out. And I told them, I said, well, I've got an equipment room full of PA gear because I'm a drummer. I played with rock bands and stuff, you know. Nope, this is Lewis Lake. Well, right now I think I'm in Timberley. Fall River is beautiful. Yeah, Timberley. Lance is nice. I live in a place called Hubli, which is between Timberley and Tantallon. And my wife and I are part of a team that run the Estabrooks Community Hall. It's a rec center. It used to be an old fire hall, and we took it over back 11 or 12 years ago. We've been running it ever since. Nope, Lance is pretty quiet. She's pretty rural. I would call that rural, for sure. Yeah, so we have a 10,000 square foot community center that we've been maintaining for over a decade. Like I do some of the maintenance, you know. My wife's a barber. Self-employed as a barber. She has a shop in the north end of Halifax, and I'm an exterminator. I have a small company that hunts rats and bed bugs for a living. It's not glamorous, but whatever, it keeps the lights on. So we're both self-employed, I guess. It can be, yeah, it can be good pay, like anything else. I've got some really good clientele, and they trust me implicitly because there's enough work out there. You don't need to be dishonest. You just got to do your job. That's all. Yeah, it's not rocket science. And that was the best part. When everybody else, during that whole COVID thing there a couple of years ago, I was still working. Didn't make any difference to me. Did not make any difference to me. In fact, that was the best time, man. I loved it. Everybody was off the road. I could park wherever I want. I could go downtown and find a parking spot within 2 minutes. It was awesome. I guess they called me essential. It was pretty good. I liked it. Oh, my device is heating up again. Yeah, this iPhone 15, boys, it's in an OtterBox case, so it tends to get a little warm. Yeah, this is kind of like I would say rural route. It probably was rural at one time. I mean, my in-laws, many, like we're talking 19th century. The great-great-grandfather was the postmaster out here. They had like a small 3-story inn that they called the 13-Mile House. Like, don't pull out in front of me. It's going to be a bad day for you. Don't really want to do the paperwork. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, but we're talking like 1888 or 1890 or something. Great-great-great-grandfather. Yeah, it's pretty quiet out here too. I kind of like it. I don't want to live in the city anymore, even though the city's got a lot of amenities or what have you. I prefer to stay out this way. I can set up a 10,000 watt sound system and just have at it for like the afternoon, and nobody complains. Try to do that in Fairview or Clayton Park or Bedford. They'll be all over you. I'm aware of some history, yep. Some. I mean, there's an infinite amount of things, obviously, I'm unaware of, but anyway. The joke is, I used to be Google before Google became Google, because at one time I would just remember everything I wrote or read. Only the squirrels. Yeah, it's funny you should say that, because before I became a pest control guy, I was working in information technology as a production manager at a computer company. And the house we were renting out here had squirrels in the attic. We were concerned about them causing a fire. So I just went down to the old Canadian Tire and bought myself a pellet gun with a 4x20 scope. And I became the squirrel assassin. Kind of felt bad though. The last one I shot him straight between the eyes. was looking through the scope. I'm like, he's playing peekaboo with me, and I blasted him right in the face. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this anymore. Greek history, mythos and pathos. A lot of the language we use today is, well, Germanic, Greek. It's a bit of a hybrid language. Kind of a mutt language, I guess. It picks up words from everywhere. I think one of the funniest ones is loiter. Loiter. No loitering. The translation is people. No peopling. The Germans. They got the best way to describe shit. No loitering. No peopling. Krankenwagen. Krankenwagen, yeah. Ambulance. What? Krankenhaus. Hospital? I learned a little bit. I watched German tutorials every so often. I can't speak it or anything. I've been to the States a couple times. I haven't went any further. So one thing about having access to this kind of media is I can learn any language you choose. A little bit of Mandarin, German, Russian. Here we go. Oh God, did they? There it is. Look at that. I set up a camera there for time lapse. Time lapse. Let me speak. Provide audio. I'm just gonna go right here. Oh, you know what? Oh, now I'm gonna come a little bit further because I've got the paint. So this is the building we've been working with since 2013, actually. Yeah. Oh. Das ist good, ja. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to deliver this paint.
Conversations I would avoid. Now I miss the sound of your voice. It's like replaced by a tattoo of your name. Sun goes up and the sun goes down, and your shadow gets long on the ground, and it's all for what? 'Cause you're not around. I still feel you here somehow. Oh, I'm running after something, trying to catch a ghost, holding on to pictures and the smell of your clothes. Feel you slipping through my fingers, and I know I'll never reach you, but you're part of me and can't let you go. So I'll just keep going. Like we were castaways. Been in a storm, been to an Irish bar at Central Rome, driven to hospitals with broken bones, shared a toothbrush and shared our home. We've seen the moon reflect on a rolling tide, been up 5 a.m. watching the sunrise, because the world looks better when I'm by your side. Oh why, oh why, oh why, when you and I collide, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. You bring me to life. When you and I collide, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. You bring me to life. We've been on the road. We've watched the blossom fall to earth like snow. Fumbled in cubicles in Tokyo, and been to funerals in rented clothes. We drank your father's whiskey when your grandma died. You brought me to the morning through my darkest night. Yeah, the world hurts less when I'm by your side. Oh why, oh why, oh why, when you and I collide, you bring me to life. You bring me to life. You bring me to life. When you and I collide, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. Headlights colliding, dreamers colliding, universe colliding. Your love left it lighting, headlights colliding, dreamers colliding, universe colliding. We made love in the sky, overslept and missed the northern light. You lost your wedding ring, but I didn't mind. I got a feeling, baby, we'll be fine. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands, and baby, I just wanna dance. I met her on Grafton Street, by the side of the bar. She shared a cigarette with me while her brother played the guitar. She asked me, what does it mean? The Gaelic ink on your arm. I said it was one of my friend's songs. Do you want to drink on? She took Jamie as a chaser, Jack for the fun. She got Arthur on the table with Johnny riding the shotgun. Chatted some more, one more drink at the bar, then put down on the jukebox, got up to dance. She played her fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands, and baby, I just wanna dance with my pretty little Galway girl. Baby, you're my pretty little Galway girl. Katie singing to trad tunes. I never heard Karen Fergus ever sung so sweet. I could play her in the bar using a beat for a beat. Oh, I can have that voice playing on repeat for a week. And in this tight room where she was singing. She played up in an Irish band. She fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands. And baby, I just wanna dance. My pretty little Galway girl. I walked her home and she took me inside and finished and the was in another bottle of wine. I swear I'm gonna put you in a song that I write about a Galway girl. Fell in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands.
So we're at the Estabrooks Community Hall today, and they're doing a painting the exterior. So that's what's going on. My power battery operated power speakers. Things overheating again.